Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of All About the Cars of Gran Turismo 7. In this video, we're going to learn all about the 2002 Dodge Viper GTS. Now, this car can be purchased from two different places in Gran Turismo 7. First, you can purchase it here at the used car dealership when it's available, and it's currently being sold for 105,800 credits. Or you can purchase it for a higher price at Brand Central under the Dodge dealership, where we're going to go after we're done with the used car dealership here. So if you aren't familiar with this game, the used car dealer rotates cars in and out every single day, so this car may or may not be available to you to purchase at the time that you watch this video, but it will eventually rotate back in to being available for purchase sometime again in the near future. But like I mentioned earlier, if the car isn't available here for purchase, you can always buy it at Brand Central, but it will just be a slightly higher price. So I'm going to click on this car and we'll go over some of the specs to start. First, this car comes stock with 562.06 performance points. The drivetrain is FR, meaning that the engine is situated at the front of the vehicle and the rear wheels drive the car. It comes stock with 448 horsepower at 5,000 RPM. The weight is 3,459 pounds, and the engine is naturally aspirated. Now we're going to click on Learn More and see what Andy has to say about this car. Do you know who Bob Lutz is? He was one of the top auto execs in the United States that many considered a real car guy. He worked for each of America's big three car companies, but his claim to fame was the Corvette-conquering Dodge Viper. It had a front-mounted 8.0-liter V10 sourced from a pickup truck, no less. The Viper saw plenty of action in endurance races at Le Mans and the Nürburgring. The thing was a monster. I do want to say, this is my favorite version of the Dodge Viper out of all of the years that it was made. Alright, that's everything we can learn from the used car dealer, so we're going to back out to the main menu now and make a stop at Brand Central, where we are going to go to America and to the Dodge dealer. And then we'll click on the Dodge showroom, and this car is available right here, the third car in. And you can see it's slightly more expensive at 120,000 credits than it is at the used car dealer. So we've already gone over all of the specs for this car, so I'm going to click on it, and there are 6 colors that you can paint this car at the dealership when you purchase it. And here they are. So some of them include racing stripes, and some of them don't. So I'll wait until this car rotates a little bit further. And here you can see each one of them. So 6 colors, really 3 colors with, the racing stripe option. So you click on one of these colors to choose the color, and then back out to the previous menu and click on Purchase to buy the car. But we're going to click on Learn More here and see what Martin has to say about this car. The first generation Dodge Viper made a splash in the sports car world when it made its debut. It was a stylish FR sports car with a potent V10 engine. Some were so awed by its prowess that they began calling it the Corvette Killer. Did you know that Lamborghini was involved in developing the Viper's engine and suspension? That's because back then, Dodge and Lamborghini were both owned by Chrysler. Released in 1996, the Viper GTS had even more torque and power than the original. So that's everything we can learn from Brand Central, so we're going to back out to the main menu once again. And we're going to stop at the garage where I'll get into this car and we'll learn some more. Pardon me. All right, I'm going to click on Change Car here. We're going to go down to D for Dodge. And all we have to do is find the car in my sea of cars that I have here. And where are you? Where are you? There you are. Okay. So I'm going to click on this car. We'll listen to the startup sound, and then we'll learn some more. All right, we're going to click on Car Collection, go to this vehicle, and we'll learn some more by reading this description about it. With its monstrous levels of power and grip, this venerable machine could arguably be called America's first supercar. Dodge introduced the Viper concept in 1989 to an awestruck public to show that Chrysler was capable of producing something that could dethrone the Chevrolet Corvette as America's sports car. America's supercar war officially began in 1992 when Dodge released the two-seat convertible to the public. The Viper was as raw as sports cars came, with a loud, powerful engine and wide, menacing body that reminded many of the Shelby Cobra. For some, the car was too over the top. Dodge, hearing these comments, produced a fixed-roof version of the Viper called the GTS in 1996. At the same time, a race version of the GTS was also introduced, called the GTS-R. The GTS-R was created to contest in the world's GT races that included Le Mans and the 24 Hours of Nürburgring. The GTS didn't just get a fixed roof, but also got more power. The massive V10 under its long hood now produced 449.7 horsepower, as opposed to 394.5 horsepower in the RT10 Roadster, which made the car quicker off the line. The aerodynamic shape created by the fixed roof accounted for a better top speed, one that eclipsed the RT10's top speed of 165 miles per hour at 185 miles per hour. The GTS's handling was also sharper, thanks to the car's added structural rigidity. The FR front-engine rear-wheel drive sports car set record-breaking slalom and skid pad records thanks in part to its meaty tires. The original Viper was a nostalgic and primitive-feeling sports car. However, with the release of the GTS, the Viper joined the ranks of the supercar. Alright, some great information from that description about the Dodge Viper from 2002 from Gran Turismo. We're going to back out to the main menu once again, and we're going to stop at the cafe, where we'll see if anybody is there to talk to us about this car. And we have two people, Chris and Kagarazaka. So we'll start with Chris. Let's have a closer look. The first generation Viper was sold first as an open-top car. That was the RT10. And this GTS is the revised coupe version. The body was stronger in the coupe configuration and the handling improved. Lamborghini was involved in the development of the V10 engine as well. When you think about it that way, it's a car that's very cost-effective. And now we'll go to Kagarazaka and see what he has to say. In the transition of automotive design, fenders were originally just mud flaps that attached to the tires. Just before and after World War II, fenders started to be integrated into the bodies. And eventually, the body sides came to be cut out in the shape of the tires. In relation to this, the rear fenders of the Viper is structured as a large volume that completely integrates the fender and doors. And it shows the enormous traction to accommodate the 8.0-liter V10 engine. It changed the flow and direction of car design, which was moving towards abstract multiple surfaces in the 1980s. The soul of the American car guy is jam-packed in these glamorous fenders. This is how an American sports car should be. Alright, so that's everything we can learn about this particular car on Gran Turismo 7, but we're going to make one last stop down at the tuning shop, and I'll show you everything that can be done to increase this car's performance and power. So I have done a lot to this car to get its performance points up to 736.7, and it is very fast. I can tell you that from experience of driving it. Under the sports category, though, you can add everything here to the car. Under Club Sports, same thing. Everything here is available for purchase. Under semi-racing, you cannot add any turbochargers or intercoolers, but superchargers are available, as well as everything else on the page. And under the racing category, no intercooler, but the high-end torque supercharger is available, as well as most other things on the page, with the exception of some of the higher-end modifications, like the 4th stage of weight reduction and the active LSD controller. So lots that you can do to this car to increase its performance and power. That's everything we can learn about the 2002 Dodge Viper GTS. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it helped you to determine whether or not you'd like to add this car to your collection. Stay tuned for more videos highlighting all of the cars of Gran Turismo 7. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.